We haven't seen anything. We haven't heard anything. We will see what happens.
It's notable that Donald Trump did not fire off a tweet or warn of impending fire and fury when North Korea threatened to call off their planned summit. His spokeswoman said the White House hopes the meeting will go ahead and that bumps along the road to peace were understandable.
Look, this is something that we fully expected. The president is very used and ready for tough negotiations, and if they want to meet, we'll be ready, and if they don't, that's okay too.
North Korea had been presenting its nice guy side, having friendly meetings between Kim Jong-un and the South Korean president, halting missile tests, releasing captured Americans. But apparently a brief exchange on television brought back the tough guy North Korea.
Is it a requirement that Kim Jong-un agree to give away those weapons before you give any kind of concession?
I think that's right. I think we're looking at the Libya model of 2003, 2004.
Libya voluntarily gave up its nuclear weapons program in 2003. A few years later, the West turned against the Libyan regime, and its president, Muammar Gaddafi, wound up dead. In a blistering statement, North Korea referred to National Security Advisor John Bolton by name and described comments like his as a manifestation of an awfully sinister move to impose on our dignified state the destiny of Libya or Iraq, which had been collapsed due to yielding the whole of their countries to big powers. Joint U.S. and South Korean military exercises this month also annoyed North Korea, or so it said. In fact, those exercises were scheduled and known to North Korea months ago. They take place regularly, and North Korea had previously gone so far as to say it would not object to them taking place now. But what North Korea is doing is no surprise to some who've seen this dance before.
The wheels could still come off this thing. We ought to press on diplomacy as best we can. We ought to be prepared for alternatives.
We are going to be having a meeting.
It may turn out the president regrets some of the kinder things he said about Kim Jong-un recently.
Kim Jong-un he really has been very open and I think very honorable from everything we're seeing.
Certainly his political rivals are ready to pounce.
We weren't even at the 50-yard line yet on denuclearizing North Korea, and the president was practicing his end zone dance.
And so, Keith, beyond the back and forth, what are we learning here?
Well, if you read the whole statement from North Korea, Ian, you see that their disagreement with the U.S. isn't just about the end state, whether they give up their nukes or not. They disagree even about the process. North Korea assumes the process should be what's called action for action, meaning that they make a concession about something, then the U.S. makes a concession about something, and the end state is denuclearization. The U.S. position is that North Korean denuclearization is the starting point, and then they'll consider concessions.
And so this doesn't seem to bode well for the talks taking place.
No, it doesn't seem to bode well at all. What's happening now is that it's becoming clear just how difficult reaching a denuclearization agreement will be. And if there isn't at least a reasonable prospect for success, then that raises the question, why have the meeting at all?
All right, Keith, thank you.
Thank you.